We are going to be talking about quality management, service management, and supply chain management regarding boutique hotels.
Service management means to maximize the service towards customers in order to make them feel satisfied by making the service feel safe, so there are less service failures and less need for service recovery. Service encounter stands for the interaction between the guest and the employees. Basically, it is a stranger relationship where guests and employees meet for the first time. The key service encounter for boutique hotels is offering personalized service and a unique experience, unlike regular hotels or resorts. How to stage a perfect service encounter in a boutique hotel? Employees follow a process of recruitment, selection, and training to become suitable employees with the right attitude, especially the front of the house employees, towards guests, as this is the key service encounter. Also, it is important to monitor the service encounter performance to guarantee quality. Quality is an order winner, so that is why it's essential for boutique hotel to provide and maintain quality. Moreover, the communication should be effective to make the service more personalized. Personalization is a key factor of boutique hotel because it contributes to the unique experience. Queuing is a potential service failure due to long waiting time, but considering the fact that we are a boutique hotel and we are small-scaled, this situation is not rarely likely to appear. If a situation like this would appear, we would distract the guests, for example with a television screen, to make the waiting times seem shorter. Also, cross-training is a solution as well, especially in the F&B department, where queuing can be an issue. The service failure is almost inevitable because there is a change in demand of guests and lack of experience of employees, but the boutique hotel tries to reduce the risk of failure as much as possible by training staff and checking up on the technological systems are still working effectively. In order to recover this service and to prevent service failure, the hotel needs to monitor complaints because complaints are warning which show that your service needs to be recovered. Also, acting quickly is really important because guests want their dissatisfaction to be solved as soon as possible. Providing explanation is important as well because when you explain the cause of the service failure, they are more likely to understand it.
Supply chain management. A supply chain is a system of manufacturers, retailers, people, activities, information, and resources involved in moving a product or service from supplier to customer. We have seen that two different types of supply chain apply in the boutique hotel. The first type supposes a close and active relation with our suppliers on a daily basis. These supply chains provide the raw materials for the food and beverage for the restaurants of the hotel. This chain could be seen as associated. Regarding the downstream of each of these two supply chains of a boutique hotel, it can be said that the first one has a relatively short downstream chain. This is because most of the raw materials, such as cheese, are locally produced. This means that just few intermediaries are necessary. However, since it is unlikely that all the products are local, several products, for example a pineapple, cause a longer downstream chain, especially due to their exotic origins. The second type, concerning mainly fixed assets, entails a less active relation. This is because the fixed assets, such as beds, furniture, lights, and computer systems, are only bought once every few years. This makes this supply chain relationship a so-called arm's length. This type of supply chain presents a long downstream. This is because it goes through more intermediaries before it gets to the final customer. Good examples of these type of supply chain are those involved with fixed assets, such as beds, linen, TVs, and technology. To illustrate, the whole supply chain of a single bed frame is composed of more than 14 stages. 1. The trees are chopped in the rainforest of Borneo by a local company. Then, the tree trunks are transported by ship to India. The trunks are then shaven and chopped by a wood manufacturer in India. The wooden planks are then transported by plane to Italy. Furthermore, a factory in Italy shapes the wood into frame. The wooden frames are then transported by truck to Germany. The frames are then polished and painted by a German painting company. These frames are then purchased by Swiss Scent, which is a furniture company in Sweden. These frames are transported by train to Sweden. The Dutch company of beds, Beter Bed, orders 200 frames from Swiss Scent. 200 frames are transported by truck to the Netherlands. The boutique hotel orders 45 bed frames from Beter Bed. 45 bed frames are then transported to the boutique hotel by a local company. And finally, the hotel guest sleeps on the bed. Looking at this particular chain, we can see that it has the following aspects. It involves plenty of parties, which makes the journey complex. Consequently, the final price could increase jointly with a decrease in speed. The high number of parties increases also the length of the chain, which might affect the stability. Finally, the flow of information might be delayed and misunderstood as a result of the length of the chain. Regarding the uncertainty this complex chain entails, we, as supply chain managers, will do our best to maximize control, coordination, and cooperation of these parties in the supply chain. By doing so, we will try to guarantee the proper delivery of the frames on time. Otherwise, if we cannot rely on this supply chain, we might face serious issues regarding the on-time delivery of the products.
Quality management. If we look at what quality is for a boutique hotel, we can come to 3 definitions. Our first definition of quality management is the characteristics of a product or service that satisfies stated or implied needs. In a boutique hotel, people want a more personal atmosphere, and this is what characteristics of the product boutique hotel offers. You can also view quality management as a product or service free of deficiencies. This is an order qualifier, since a guest obviously expects their stay to be without any deficiencies. And finally, our last definition is that a product or a service is viewed as fitness for purpose. The purpose of a boutique hotel is small scale, often business guests who want more personal attention. Quality management also poses several challenges for the operations manager in a boutique hotel. People share and compare a lot through TripAdvisor, Facebook, and other types of communication. How do you make sure these reviews are positive, and how do you handle the negative ones? Another big challenge is the perception of quality. Every person's perception of the quality of your boutique hotel is different. You can handle this by trying to minimize the gap between the customer's expectations and the perceptions they have. In a boutique hotel, this can be done by looking closely at what customers' expectations are and try to meet these. Expectations change over time, so try to innovate as much as possible. Quality is subjective, so keep looking what your competitors have and gather information through surveys. Keep in mind that perceptions are variable. Strategies for managing qualities in a boutique hotel. There are different strategies a boutique hotel can apply to manage a consistent level of quality. The first strategy is quality inspection. A boutique hotel has to inspect the product before it is sold to the customer. Is the quality good? This strategy is involving the employees who are directly concerned with the making of the product. For example, housekeeping has to double check if the rooms are cleaned properly and everything is working after cleaning the room. Quality insurance is also possible strategy for managing quality in a boutique hotel. This strategy is designed to ensure that errors do not occur in the first place. A boutique hotel could set quality standards such as ISO 9000 or HACCP. If everything goes right the first time, we will avoid losing customers. If we don't meet such quality standards, our potential guests could prefer the competition due to the quality assurance. To keep the quality high of a boutique hotel and keep the competitors away, it is important to seek for continuous improvement. A boutique hotel should continuously and incrementally change and improve all aspects in the hotel. Processes that take place in the hotel should develop even further and attract customers with the wow factor.